Hey everybody, what is up? Welcome back to Final Trade. The Friday seal deals, there will be affiliate links down below to all these deals. It helps out a ton if you use them. It is Ravnica Remastered release day. I came over here to take a look at the Shocklands and I went ahead and just drilled down to the border list because it's kind of easier to do that with the way the search function works on TCG Player. And just looking at the border list, Shocklands out there right now on release day, $8 to about $15, not holding much value. And these are the border lists. These are a bit harder to pool. So I suspect in the coming weeks and months, if you need a big giant stack of Shocklands for your decks, they're going to be readily available. Until then, maybe you should look over here at Modern Horizons 2 singles because the enemy Fetchlands, here's the first 5, right in here. The base versions of the enemy Fetchlands are running $11 up to about $17. So they've been thoroughly beaten down by 2.5 years of Modern Horizons 2 and are probably about as cheap as they're going to get. Now, on to the sealed deals. Ravnica Remastered draft boxes, $150 on release day. I think this will come down a lot in the coming months, but if you want some to open and enjoy and brew decks with and draft with your friends, go ahead and buy them. $149 on the collector boxes, $233 today on release day over on eBay. But again, I think the prices of these will come down a lot in the coming months. And why would you spend $233 on this today when instead you could spend another $10 and get a Throne of Eldraine collector box, a late 2019 Throne of Eldraine came out, I think. One of the earliest collector booster boxes. Maybe Throne of Eldraine was the first. Yeah, Throne of Eldraine was the beginning of the booster fun era with collector boxes. So you can get the original collector box for only $10 more than a Ravnica Remastered. And you gotta understand, this is a 4-year older box, and there are many, many, many fewer of these in existence today than there are Ravnica Remastered collector boxes. Moving on, Lost Caverns of Ixalan collector boxes down to 207. TCG expansion lifecycle continues to predictably do its thing. And it's funny because these have bounced between this about 205, 206 price and about 225. And it's been interesting watching them on eBay for the last couple of weeks because these big dealers up on eBay will just bounce them between those two numbers. They won't kind of go in between steadily. They just bounce them back and forth between that. But today, back down to 207. Crown Zenith Elite Trainer box cases. Correct me if I'm wrong because, man, they've made it confusing. There are 10 booster packs in each of these ETBs, so 100 in this case, coming to about $3.70 per booster pack. Very good price for Crown Zenith over its whole history. It's about as low today as it's ever been. Scarlet and Violet base booster boxes, $89 each. Don't miss out on the chance. Remember back late 2021 when Fusion Strike and Battle Styles and a couple others, Chilling Reign, they all got down into this 85 to 95 range. And now you look at the prices out there today where Battle Styles is the worst and it's merely $115. So don't miss out on the opportunities. And the same thing with this Paradox Rift, $89 if you buy one, or you can get 4 for $85 each. Just amazing. And the next upcoming set, Scarlet and Violet 4.5 Paldean Fates. This is $400 for the ETB case. Now, on this one, 9 booster packs. I believe 9 booster packs per ETB, so 90 in the box. So then it comes out to somewhere around $4.30 or so per booster pack. And again, this is on the pre-order. If you want it early, you want to be able to open it around release day to enjoy the booster packs, this is a good deal. Otherwise, wait for the TCG expansion life cycle. If you're just putting this back in the closet for the long term, wait for the price to come down. Now, something I'm going to talk about a bit more, I've already talked about it a little bit, is some of these older sets, these 2018, 2019 standard Magic boxes that have been beaten down. They kind of exist in this weird area where they were near or at or maybe a little past the end of their print life when the 2021 insanity boom came to the TCG world. And so they really didn't have the huge amount of printing, but outside of those boom times of 2021 when their organic supply in the market was still high, they really haven't had a bull market to push them up. And so I think the market is overreacting on these. I think they are oversold on some of these older, again, 2018, 2019 standard boxes. I'm going to be talking more about these in the coming weeks. But here today we have Guilds of Ravnica for 104, Ravnica Allegiance for $100, and War of the Spark for 127. Now, on finally to Flesh and Blood. All early Flesh and Blood is still underpriced. I will gently remind people this is over 2 years out of print at this point, $70. Yes, there will come a time when all the new players who are joining Flesh and Blood every month will look back and they'll say, you know, I missed the early era, but I'd like to have one of those boxes. And these will become highly sought after. And finally on Flesh and Blood, the Blitz Stacks. I think I featured these last week, maybe the week before, but you can get 2 Blitz Stacks mailed to your house for under $20, and you and a friend can learn how to play Flesh and Blood. Let me know down in the comments if you actually went and bought these last week or you do it this week. Just let me know if anyone's actually taking up this offer and buying a couple of decks for under $20 total to learn to play Flesh and Blood. So Ravnica Remastered, don't buy it yet. Don't buy too early. Don't pay too much. Prices will come down. It's an incredibly weak set. It's got a couple of good cards, but not nearly enough. And only really the anime cards are buoying the set in terms of single prices right now. Give it some time. It'll come down. Look to the older sets that the TCG expansion life cycle has worked its magic on that are selling at lower prices today. Go out, get the Pokemon deals. Those will do great in the future. We do a data video about every 6 months on this channel showing how well Pokemon does in the long term. Let me know what you're doing, guys, other deals you see out there, things you're thinking about. Everything else, thanks to everyone who makes this content possible, especially my very generous supporters on Patreon. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, and join me on Final Trade.